Hello class, this is Miss Hooper here, and tonight I am doing another story time video for you guys. Actually, it's not just for you guys. Some of my friends have asked to have a story time video sent to them as well. So I seem to be doing a service for everybody at the minute. So you guys chose some of the books for Miss Hooper to bring home with her, and I chose a few more. Now, I don't have any of you guys in my house, so I've been struggling to find people to choose one. So I spoke to one of my friends today. Miss Hooper tells you a lot about her friends, but today I spoke to one of my best friends, and she is called Frances. Now, Frances is having a little bit of a tough time, and I asked her to choose the story today. And the story that she helped me to choose was this one. It's one of Miss Hooper's absolute favourites, and I know that you guys like it too. So this is called Augustus and His Smile, and we're going to start. Augustus the tiger was sad. He had lost his smile. Oh, have you guys ever been so sad that you thought you had lost your smile? It's not a good feeling, but we can always find it again. So, he did a huge tigery stretch and set off to find it. If you had to go and search for your smile, what would you do? First, he crept under a cluster of bushes. He found a small, shiny beetle, but he couldn't see his smile. Oh, some lovely words there. Small and shiny. I wonder what those describing words are called. I remember, they're called adjectives. Well done, you guys have had to use some adjectives in one of your tasks that I set you for your mini beast, getting ready to write your poems. Then he climbed to the tops of the tallest trees. He found birds that chirped and called, but he couldn't find his smile. I wonder where he's going to go next. Where do you think he might go next? He's been under the bushes. He's been to the top of the trees. Where else could he possibly go? Further and further Augustus searched. He scaled the crests of the highest mountains where the snow clouds swirled. That means the very tip, tip, tip top of the mountains, making frost patterns in the freezing air. That must be really, really chilly up there. Really, really chilly. Luckily, it's not chilly like that outside right now. Oh, beautiful. He swam to the bottom of the deepest ocean and splished and splashed with the shoals of tiny, shiny fish. There's those special words again. Tiny and shiny. They're adjectives because they're describing. Fantastic. Before we finished, we talked about some of the oceans, the 5 oceans that we've got in our world. I wonder if you can remember which one was the deepest. If you can't remember, maybe you can ask Mummy or Daddy to go on the iPad. Remember, if you go on to Google, our search engine, you might be able to type in what is the deepest ocean in the world, not forgetting a question mark because it is a question, and it will tell you. He pranced and paraded through the largest desert, making shadow shapes in the sun. Augustus padded further and further through shifting sand until... That's actually a really great idea. If it's sunny again tomorrow, why not go out into your garden, or maybe if you've got a driveway and if you've got some floor chalks or something at home, you could find your shadow and you could ask maybe a brother or sister or one of your grown-ups to go around your shadow. Draw it on the ground. That would be an amazing task to do. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter, drip, drop, plop. What's making that sound? Have a look at the picture. What do you think is making those beautiful sounds? And this is what we call onomatopoeia. That's a really, really big word. It's a fancy word, really. And all it means is that it is saying the word that's describing how something is sounding. Oh, my friend Francis is going to love this page. Augustus danced and raced as raindrops bounced and flew. He splashed through puddles, bigger and deeper. He raced towards a huge silver blue puddle and saw... Have you ever danced and ran around in the rain? It's one of my very favourite things to do. The best rainstorm that I ever danced in was in Rwanda, when Miss Hooper, before she came to Chilmot School, when she was still at school actually, she went out to teach in a little school in Rwanda, and it rained so much. I could not believe how much rain there was. And myself and Francis actually, and a few of my other friends, were dancing around in the rain. It is such a happy thing to do. Maybe that's something else you could do, because you're tracking the weather at the minute, aren't you? So if it starts to rain at any point, go out and have a dance. There, under his nose, was his smile. If you're not smiling already, give us a big, cheesy smile. Fantastic. I can feel all of those smiles. Wonderful. And Augustus realised that his smile would be there whenever he felt happy. He only had to swim with the fish, or dance in the puddles, or climb the mountains, or look at the world, for happiness was everywhere around him. Augustus was so pleased that he hopped and skipped. And jumped away, smiling. Beautiful. Oh, I love that story. And actually, Augustus is reminding us something, especially at a time like this, that there is happiness everywhere. There is something in all of our lives that makes us really, really happy. It might be eating ice cream. It might be doing cartwheels. It might be drawing. There are so many things that make us happy. And especially when there's lots of scary things in the world, we just need to remember that when we are with our friends and with our family and with all of the people that we love, we can always find something that is going to make us happy. And one thing that's been making me really, really happy whilst I've been at home is seeing you guys doing your work at home and sending me these wonderful pictures. I am so proud of all of you. I really, really am. So continue to email me, continue to send me pictures. It really brightens up my day. So there's just one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, and it leads really nicely on from our story, and that is this word. It's actually one of the year 1 split digraph words. It is hope. And you might have seen maybe some of your neighbours putting one of these rainbows up in their windows recently, because at the minute it seems that the rainbow is a sign of hope, especially when we are all cooped up in our houses trying to keep ourselves nice and safe. So tonight, maybe before you go to bed, after you've listened to this video, you can talk to your grown-ups or your brothers and sisters about the word hope and what it means to you. Maybe you could have a go at talking about the things that make you hopeful or what you hope for. That would be a really, really nice task. And maybe tomorrow, if you wanted to, you could draw yourself a hope rainbow, and you can have a go at writing some words around the edge of what makes you happy and what makes you hopeful. And I would love to see what you come up with. I really, really would. So, just before I finish off again, because Miss Hooper's been looking at a lot of books today, I don't know if you guys have come across this one. Maybe for your mummies and daddies. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. And it's by an author called Charlie Mackesy, or Mackesy. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that one. It's actually my favourite book, and it's called a graphic novel because it's not got very many words in it. It's lots and lots of pictures. And considering we've just read Augustus and His Smile, and we've just talked about the word hope, there's just one thing I wanted to draw your attention to, which is this page of my favourite book. And it says, when the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. That's going to really help you with your hope rainbows tomorrow. Focus on what you love. Have a go at writing some of the things you love to do around your hope rainbow. So tomorrow morning I will be putting up another video for your challenges. I really hope you've enjoyed tonight's story time. I will be doing another one in a couple of days' time. And yeah, I hope you have a really nice sleep, and I will see you again tomorrow. Good night, guys. Lots of love.